live right here, Grandma 101 TV. Please call us, call in, hit us up, Instagram, whatever, man. 305-479-2969. It is what it is. We're going to be here. Tell a friend.
Hey, man, if you ain't about no money, don't call my phone. Call that guy's phone. Don't call my phone. If you ain't about no money, don't call my phone. I'm going to just do that on my IG once a day, man. Let y'all know, because y'all be playing. If it ain't about nasty, it ain't about no money, don't call that man phone, man. If it ain't about some of these DJs, don't call. Man, big shouts out to Club Rockers, man. Anyway, man, I done sneak peek, gave y'all the name. So, man, one of the greatest DJs that ever did it, that's still doing it. He a living legend in my eyes. I don't care about y'all opinion. In my eyes, man, Mr. DJ Nasty.
Oh, 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 oh.
That sounds so puppyish, bro. Like, it ain't even sound like official. Please let him know as that was nah. He ain't gotta have no effects. Do it without like all that.
I mean, it's a little hard to do right now at 7 o'clock in the evening, but we'll give it a try. Oh, oh, oh! It's a little bit, you know.
Yeah.
It's coming. You know, maybe a little later on the night. You know, a couple shots. it may flow a little bit better.
And it sound like it had reverb on it and all. Nasty.
What's up, my brother?
I'm happy you here, brother.
Yeah, you know, working hard, man. Working real hard. You know, I appreciate the invite. You know, the show been going on a long time. Don't get it twisted. I've been watching, but you know, I finally got my invite today, so it's a beautiful thing.
Wow.
I'm just saying, you know, I'm gonna keep it real. Like, that's one thing about it. I keep it 1,000 all day, every day. Like, I just got my invite today, and I've been watching the show for a couple months now. But I'm just leave it like that.
And look, when he showed up today, like, that let you know, like, when it's really real, it just really goes together like that. I ain't had to, you know, go through no security. He ain't coming here with no police. Like, he ain't coming here with a whole bunch of...
Only one amount.
Yeah, man, it wasn't no real extra. I thought he was going to have, like, you know, he needed a big bottle, a black bottle that had a gold rim on it. None of that, bro.
No, I mean,
regular.
Don't get it twisted. I mean, sometimes when I do go out, I do request black bottles. And shout to D with that piece of rock, too. I do request that. But Chaos is my brother. We go way back. I'm talking about back when we was kids. South Dade. A lot of people don't know about that. A lot of people don't
Tell them where you from.
A lot of people don't know I'm from South Dade. South Dade, a.k.a. Perrine, a.k.a. Richmond Heights. South, that's real South. A lot of people don't know that, though.
Yeah, they get it confused.
Yeah, a lot of people, they think I'm from Orlando for some reason. You know, salute to Nasty in Orlando. I mean, it's my brother, but at the same time, no, don't get it twisted.
So let's get into the history. I know we ain't got a million minutes, so we just gonna work with what we got. Like, right. Nasty. First off, where the name came from?
It came off a football jersey. My cousin, he played football, and I was a big football fan. Everybody knows, like, I'm real big when it comes to sports, and football was my thing. And he was like the man. He played for Killian, and on the back of his jersey it said Dr. Nasty.
Yeah.
So he gave me the jersey, and I took it. And when I went to school up at FAM, I used to wear the jersey everywhere.
Yeah.
And just so happened one day I got on the mic, and you know I was doing my little thing, blah 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 blah. And so a guy asked me, God bless his soul, his name is Saxwell. He's like, yo, what's your name? And I didn't have a name.
Yeah.
So I turned around, he's like, oh, Dr. Nasty? I was like, yeah. And it just organically just came from there. So
that's funny, because I never knew that. I never knew the origin of that.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like something way to the left, and this came way to the right though.
Right. Football jersey.
So now you said you left from P. Ryan to go all the way to Tallahassee. Like, did you go up there to DJ? Did you go up there to rap? Or like, how did the Nasty DJ thing come about?
I actually went up there on a scholarship. I'm a nerd. A lot of people don't know that either.
A street nerd, but go ahead.
Yeah, went up there on a scholarship, and I went to a party, went to the moon, shot the DJ Dimp. I went to the moon, and I just caught an aura, like, this sound like I'm at home. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, maybe I could do this little DJ thing. I'm like, well, these cats are cool, but maybe I could do a little better. And it just so happened I went to one party and got the opportunity. You know, I just grabbed somebody's mic. He's like, and Saxwell told me, he said, you want to get on the mic? And I was like, I don't care, because you know it was just like a revolving door. A lot of people kept getting on. So I got on, and it just happened. And you know, that just came from me listening to Uncle Al tapes back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I used to go from South Dade and get on the Metro Rail and go to 79th Street every Saturday. Never fails. So.
And then you just like really created a whole buzz up there. This ain't no Twitter buzz. This wasn't no Instagram buzz. It wasn't no MySpace buzz. Like I went up there on some, I think like TJ's, DJs, and I always was in Tallahassee. And then one day we bumped heads, we re-bumped heads, and I'm like, how in the world, like you like the king in Tallahassee? I know people like, oh yeah, he that one down here. Nah, but you was the king up there, and it just kind of came back home. But it's just like, did you keep doing parties or mixtapes?
Yeah,
or what?
I did. While I was up there, I was doing a lot of parties, a lot of free parties. Hear what I say? A lot of free parties.
But that's what
I
it
did.
took.
That's what it took. Yeah, a lot of free parties. From there, just being around the right people transitioned me getting on the radio up there. I was on one radio station which folded. I left there and I ended up getting on commercial radio, and that was just on the basis of me just doing stuff in the street.
Wow.
So got on commercial radio, left one station, Clear Channel pops up with a hip hop station. I jump over there. I ended up over there for 2 years, and then there was really nothing else left for me to do in Tallahassee.
Yeah.
So I didn't know where to go. I was pretty much at a state just lost, and I was like, well, you know what? Let me just come on back home.
Came back home, and then what happened?
Came back home, started selling cars first. I was selling cars down in home. See, a lot of people don't know this stuff.
This is so interesting.
This is so exclusive. Like a lot of people don't know. I was selling cars back in Homestead.
Okay.
Selling cars, and after I would finish selling cars, I would go out. And I hooked up with God bless his soul, one of the greatest promoters ever, Dewberry. Hooked up with him, and I was doing parties with him for free, like little team parties, stuff, just little stuff.
Yeah.
And then one day he just said, you know what? Why don't you come out on a Sunday to a spot in Coconut Grove called Banana Joe's.
Wow.
Got to Banana Joe's,
Yeah.
and all the DJs hated on me.
Yeah.
Shot to Funk Master Ali, it's my brother now, that's one of my best friends.
Yeah.
He told me, no, you can't get on. I said, okay. And all the DJs around like, nope, you can't get on. Well, one Sunday came, and they said, you know what, you can get the last 10 minutes. All right. I took them 10 minutes and went to work.
Wow.
And did it for free. Then I did it for a couple months, and then the next thing you know, it went to 30 minutes. And I started getting paid $50. And I was the man then, boy. Woo, $50. I was the man. So, I just kept working and kept working and kept working, and then boom, it just matriculated into something
Great.
big.
In a huge name. But then how did the whole 99 Jams thing happen? Because you did a lot of free to end up getting a paycheck. Like, how did that go?
Well, with the whole jam situation, it kind of spun off from a couple people. But most importantly, the person who really helped me get on was Big Will. He's gone on salute. Everywhere Will went, I was there.
Yeah.
And it didn't matter where it was. You could be in the dungeon of hell, and I was there. You know what I'm saying? So every party he did, I pretty much DJ'd for him. And then it got to a point to where I was doing strip clubs. And, I started out at Coco's.
Yeah.
Left Coco's, ended up going to Take One. Shot to Sam Sneak. We all linked up at Take One, and we made Take One like
Take One was that
the spot. You know what I'm saying? And then from there, just taking that and then transitioning all that stuff and doing these regular clubs like Studio A, Club Life, and all these different clubs, and Cameo on South Beach and Mansion and all these different clubs, Club Play.
That's history. That's called history right there.
Doing all these different spots with Will, and then it just transitioned. Then I got my opportunity doing probably the biggest party in the world, which is Khaled birthday party.
Whoa.
I got to do the Temple a couple years, and in doing that, it was like it just everybody started opening eyes like, yo, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And just the signature and everything, it was just different. It was different, and everybody was, they was gravitating to it organically. So it just kept going and going, and then wherever 99 Jams was, I was there. So if they was at 183rd Street Mall, I was there. If they was at a beauty supply store, I was there.
But
If
hold
they was
up,
at a car
pause.
dealership, I was there.
Let me put a pause button on that. One thing that you said that I gotta highlight was organically. Some things that I see people do right now in this time, they think because they got a little dope money or TurboTax money and they force feed it to you, it don't never last. What he said was organically. I've never seen like a whole bunch of DJ Nasty t-shirts. I never seen like, you know how Po' Boy used to be like snapping the streets, killing it, posters everywhere, flyer shirts, bases had shirts on. I never seen that from you. But it was people always talking. It was sort of like Sneak situation. It's like you heard the chirp everywhere, so you had to say, man, who is that?
Right.
Like with Nasty, I never seen like a whole entourage of like, oh yeah, that's the dope boy from 9 Ghouls. They, you know, they be endorsing him. I never seen that, bro.
Nah, like a lot of these cats, you know, like even like Ace, you know, Crunk Man, I got a lot of respect for him. These cats, it's just organic, you know what I'm saying? And even with the movement going on now, like with the Club Rocker situation, that's an organic situation. Like it's just real, it's real organic. You know, they ain't trying to force feed nobody. It's just organically coming. It's gonna take time, but it's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't got no problem with helping and supporting none of that because that's Miami, and everybody know I'm Miami. 1,000 Miami all day. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, with me in the jam situation, it just organically came, and I was just, you know, at the right place, right time, and all the dots just made sense. And then God just so good that, you know what I'm saying? Boom, I got a shot. They gave me 10 minutes, the worst 10 minutes of my that was the worst 10 minutes of my life. It was on a I never forget. It was on a Sunday night. DJ Griot was in the building, and my man Robbo snapped. That was the worst 10 minutes of my life, and they told me, "Yo, you ripped." I was like, "Yo, don't lie to me. Like, don't lie to me." And the very next day, I get a call from the program director. He was like, "Yo, come back." I said, "Okay." So shot to Derek Baker, told me to come back. I came back, and you know what I'm saying. Next thing you know, 5 years later, here we are.
So now, like from the 5 years ago, Nasty to the one that's right here standing with us in front of us right now, how would you compare the two?
Whew. There is no comparison. The only difference is that my God relationship is a whole lot different than what it was back then, because I've been through a whole lot. But I can honestly say that my stock value is just went through the roof. And it's just like I say, it's an organic situation. You know, I didn't have to force it on nobody. You know, if you bit into it, you did. If you didn't, it's love. And if you didn't bite into it, that just let me know I had to work harder in order for you to bite into it. You know what I'm saying?
So now, like when you see like a lot of miniature Nasties is in Miami right now, a lot of miniature ones that try to do what you do. And I ain't knocking, I ain't, you know, shooting. You know, sometimes I be wanting the voices that I bring here for y'all to hear what they got to say, because I don't want to sound like I'm a hater. Like, what's a real like DJ to you? Because it's a lot of people that might not have your story that came in, their daddy was a DJ or an MC or whatever the case may be. We talking about like, what do you see that makes you know like, yeah, that dude got some longevity?
You can just tell pretty much based on vibes. Vibes can dictate a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's one thing about me when it comes to people and music. That's why I don't play a lot of people's stuff, because organically I can't, if I can't take your music and send those vibes to the people, then it ain't gonna make sense. It just don't make sense. And a lot of these cats, they don't understand that part of the game. That's not a part of the game that you can just practice. You can't practice that part. You can practice all the cutting and scratching and all that. That's cool. You can practice that all day till you blue in the face. That's what the white boys do. They sit in their little room, they lock their door, and they sit in there for 5 hours, and they practice scratching and all that stuff all day. But when it comes to vibes, that's something you can't practice. Vibes is, again, that's an organic thing. That's just something that's just God given. You know what I'm saying? You can't. There's nothing you can do about that. That's the whole key. Timing in this business makes sense to a lot of it. If everything doesn't go in a timely manner, then it's just not going to work. You know what I'm saying? So
all the artists. There's a lot of artists that step to me and step to people around. Like, but for somebody of your status, like, I know you get the good, bad, the ugly. How do you choose? How do you say, nah, I'm running with this one, and I'm gonna just keep running?
It's real simple. It's real simple. You can listen to a person. I can listen to a person record in 10 seconds, and I can tell how much time and work they put into it. It's very simple. I can tell if you took a beat from the internet and just downloaded it for free. I can tell if you went in the studio 10 times and re-recorded stuff. I can tell all of that stuff. It's very easy for me to tell. It's very, very simple for me to tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just easy because I've been doing it so long. I've been doing it almost 19 years now. So it's easy for me to, you know, I can just sit down in a room, no pressure. You know what I'm saying? I can sit down in a room very easy. You know what I'm saying? I can go in my car, grab my phone. You know, I look at my email. I get 20 records. I can be on the road traveling, and I listen to every record. And I can sit back and say, out of them 20 records, maybe, and that's a big maybe one of them records I may, you know, take the chance on. You know, and the thing about it, a lot of people don't understand. I take a chance on a lot of records. A lot of records.
So now, it's making my skin itch. Like, cause sometimes I don't like to go too far in, whatever. We got a little competition here in Miami. You know, you got 99, now you got 103. They are back, I guess, from the dead or whatever the case may be. I don't want to say anything to get blackballed, but because I'm still an artist at the end of the day.
Salute to them.
They taking a lot of shots at the station. They taking a lot of shots at all y'all. Like,
it's love.
How do you deal with it? Like,
I don't, because at the end of the day, they still ain't done nothing for the city yet.
Yeah.
So you could take the shots all day. I mean, it's love.
Yeah.
Continue doing it.
Okay.
Because you got to remember, all publicity, regardless if it's negative or positive, is good publicity.
Yeah.
It depends on how you accept it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't mind them taking shots at me. As a matter of fact, you ain't doing nothing but helping me.
Yeah.
I hope you keep doing it.
Because they keep making you look back and forth. It's like tennis. Like, if they say something, it make you tune in, like, ooh, what they finna do now? You know what I mean? So
it's love, but at the same time, do something for the city.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, do something for Miami. I mean, take an artist, take somebody, do something. But I don't hear that. I don't see that. You know, I have no problem with taking a new Chaos record. I have no problem with taking a chaotic record, a Do Brown record, you know, I can a Joey Dollars. I can name these local. I can name almost every local artist in Miami. Like, I can name it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could do that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, and I give all these artists an opportunity, even if it ain't number one spin.
Yeah.
Who's to say that one spin may not change nobody's life?
You're right.
But they haven't done that yet. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll spoon feed you, you know, for a weekend, like a big weekend. But what about the day?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 4th of July weekend. Oh yeah, you know, we got all these different DJs and mixes and this and the other. And I mean, it's a beautiful thing. Don't get it twisted, because it's giving other people an opportunity to get on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, after the weekend is over with, then what?
So now
what?
That leaves me in the feeling, and I know we only got a couple seconds left, but what do you think is gonna take for us to get to the next phase? Like, you travel.
Yeah.
So you know what it's gonna be like to take to the New Yorks, to the Atlantas, back to the Californias. Like, what is it gonna take to get to that next phase?
Well, I mean, everywhere is different. You know, there isn't one particular formula for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, on the West Coast, you know, Mustard is the guy. Like, everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? You gotta holler at Mustard. He's the guy. Blah 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 blah. In New York is so just totally different, because there's so many different aspects and there's so many different avenues to get on. You know what I'm saying? Like, here in Miami, you got to remember, it's only 4 DJs. Let me rephrase that. Only 8 DJs that's on the radio.
Yeah.
You got me, Feezy, Grio, Entice, Epps, Mauricio, Bulletproof, and Stevie J.
Yeah.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, of course, the Power 96 side, then you talk about Fergie and Springer and all them guys.
Yeah.
As opposed to New York, when you have Hot 97, you got 14 DJs on one station. And then you got Power 105, you got another 12, 13 DJs on the other station. Yeah. So it's a little bit different, you know what I'm saying? And like with those cats, they're everywhere. In Miami, all the cats that are on the radio are on South Beach, except one DJ. You understand what I'm saying?
Pretty much sums it all.
I mean, I see, and where the misconception is that people feel that, you know, that I'm Jesus. I mean, don't get it twisted. If I touch a record, your water may go to wine. I mean, don't get it twisted. Yeah. But there's so many avenues that people need to use. Like the club, I think the Club Rockets that probably was the smartest idea that anybody could have ever came up with. I wish I would have did it.
Yeah.
I wish I would have did it.
Yeah.
But I just didn't, you know, I didn't have the thought process to actually figure out how to do it. But I salute the most to Cutter Man and Tune and Player P and Ice-T and I salute these cats because they get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It just hasn't matriculated to that humongous platform yet, but don't get it twisted. It's coming. It's coming. Like, it's coming. And whatever I got to do to help these cats do it the right way, I'm going to help these cats because, yo, like, I see the big picture. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they don't understand the entire industry aspect of it, but that's my job to help them to understand it and to take it to that next level because don't get it twisted, there's a lot of artists out here. And they know it's a lot of artists out here. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna make sure Miami gets back to where it needs to be.
I know that we about to get up out of here. They probably gonna cuss me out because I went in overtime.
We sure went over, but we could don't get it twisted. We could do this all night. But you know what I'm saying? We got videos to play. We could do this all night.
Yeah, like I'm pretty much fired right now, but it don't matter. It was worth it. We needed that information, that knowledge. For people that want to get in contact with you, let them know how to get up with you.
Hit me on Twitter. Hit me on Instagram, Facebook. It's all the same at DJ Nasty 305. Make sure that you tune in to 99 Jams. I'm on every day, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, especially the Saturday mix that I do at 12 o'clock. That's all
bananas.
Miami. Friday too, you know what I'm saying? But Saturday is that's, I think for me, that's the most important mix that I do. I mean, don't get it twisted. I mix at 5 o'clock and all that stuff too. But I think that Saturday mix is the most important mix to me because it just signifies Miami. And don't get it twisted. They wanted to get rid of that mix. That was the one mix they wanted to get rid of. You know what I'm saying? And
let them know it's a lot of fighting behind the scenes that they don't see.
Don't get it twisted. When it was a Jay-Z situation. You know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. And the numbers specifically stated that that's what they wanted. That's what the people wanted. You know what I'm saying? So I had no choice but to come back. But most importantly, Saturday, 12 o'clock noon, 99 Jams. If you want to hear that real deal Miami Get Down, that's where it's at.
We finna get to the next video. Before you get out of here, any new things you working on? Any birthdays? Anything?
Yeah, you know the Bash of the Year is coming up. This is my 5th year. Yeah. You know the Bash. You know I've been doing it for 5 years now. Yeah. I done had some of the best, you know, some of my best people, best friends come through. Yeah. This year, I'm doing a whole weekend because, you know, it got so crazy last year that I had to do a whole weekend this year. This year, we're going to set it off on August 1st. I got Mace performing. That's the first time ever that he's ever performed in a Cafe Iguana. So it's going to be so monumental with that. And don't get it twisted. You never know who may show up. I mean, hey, I'm going to just leave it like that. But Mace is performing this year on August 1st and August 2nd. We doing a party, right? Down. It's Leo season. We got to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's Leo season, baby. So August 2nd, we going to do Club Vault in Hollywood. Yeah. Chaos going to celebrate his birthday. This party, I think, is probably going to be one of the first times where you see all of Grind Mode together
It's going down.
You know what I'm saying? That's just a Miami thing. You know, that's just what we do. So salute the hunger. You know what I'm saying? August 2nd, the Bash of the Year Part 2, grind mode, and then I got my man Rocco. He gonna come down and he gonna show some love. So it's the Bash of the Year, baby. You know how we do. Shout to DJ Tight too. You know what's up, boy?
Hey man, I'm in trouble, but 8 Ball and MJG, DJ
Legendary.
bring it back.
Legendary.
You already know what it is, man. I had to do it.
Oh,
I had to do it.
Yeah, I'm with my big bro 8 Ball, okay, and MJG. Wow, is that new? Yeah, let's go.